doing, guys? Let's see who's here. Sally here. Elizabeth. Brown. Green. Edges. Hodge is excused today. Tom. Arena. Texas got a game, but I'll make sure. Dylan. Rosita. Schnell's not here. Blaine. Turner. Jen is here. Yates. Okay. Let's continue. Just to remind ourselves what sort of stuff we talked about. I'm gonna open the file we had last time. We talked about some basic measures of sense of tendency, which is the average kind of stuff, and measures of risk. Today I'm going to spend more time on something like percentiles, and we're going to actually use those percentiles to get an idea about measures of risk, such as value at risk. Let me actually take all these. Bless you. I'm just copying the returns to a new sheet. I'm going to do a number of them. Let's look at, for example, 1%. Like adding stuff to them. The actual percentile function is percentile. Select your data. Since I'm going to keep using them, I'll fix that one. The second argument is the cutoff. This is the first percentile. That means for 6.66%, I'm sorry, 1% of the time, the actual return on S&P 500 index or ETF was below 6.66, okay. Negative 6.66. I'll make that actually. I'm going to copy this for a number of numbers. Let's do 2.5. 5, 10, 20, and I'll do more numbers on the other end, 80, 90, 95, actually I want to do this 25 and 75, 7.5 and 99. This basically says, for example, 1% of the time the returns were over 6.47. 2.5% over 477. Let's look at it. 5% of the time below 360, 5% of the time above 377, so on and so forth. Remember, these are weekly returns. Now, using percentiles, we can also come up with measures of tendency and risk. One such measure is interquartile range. This 25th percentile is, since it's 1/4, is also called the first quartile, and the 75th, or the lower quartile, and the 75th percentile is called the upper quartile, or the third quartile. Second quartile being the median. If you take the 75th minus the 25th, that number is called interquartile range. It's basically a robust measure of risk. If you had outliers, that number is not going to be affected by much. Some people use what's called interdecile range. Let me just come on. And the 10th percentile is called the first decile. And 90th is the 9th. 90th minus now. How does this relate to normal distribution? Let's also calculate average of quartiles as a measure of, kind of a robust measure of location or central tendency. Average of the 25th and the 75th. Okay. How does this compare to normal distribution? Stainless. This is a distribution for where mean is 0 and mean is 0 and standard deviation is 1. First quartile would be norm S test 0.25. $0.75, hence yeah. Not this, norm S inf. I'm looking for the number such that for standard normal distribution, there's 25% probability to the left. Same thing here. So for standard normal distribution that has a standard deviation of 1, interquartile range is going to be about 135. I'm going to have these kind of